Rollins versus
Uh-oh.
Cody Rhodes.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Where's my meme? I need my Randy Orton meme.
Your Randy Orton
Yeah.
meme?
For those of you out there who know what the initials, IFUK, if you know, whatever the fuck. So there's a meme that's been going around since 2009. It's when Randy Orton faced Kofi Kingston, and there was supposed to be a spot where Kofi was supposed to do something, and he completely whiffed it. So Randy just dropped him with an RKO. It wasn't even like a fix. It was like a fixable thing, but he just got mad. So he RKO'd him, and when he got up, he just went stupid, 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 like on camera, for everyone to see. So that became a meme for forever. People like made gifs, just stupid, stupid, stupid. That was the face that I made during the course of this match. When Seth Rollins torpedoed his dumb ass off the top goddamn rope and front bumped a coast to coast. This man did a fucking 20-foot headbutt across the ring. And you were sitting right next to me. And I said, oh, what's he going to do? Coast to coast? He's never done that before. Does the coast to coast with a headbutt and a front bump. And my immediate response, stupid, stupid, stupid. Why on earth would you do that? That coast to coast move was supposed to be a jump from the top rope and a drop kick to the person in the corner. It's an RVD original, the Van Terminator. And he used to do it with a chair. So he'd hold the chair and then drop it down with his drop kick. He first did that shit, what was that, 98, I think. So it's been like 27 years. Many people have stolen it ever since, including Shane McMahon. Every single human being on earth that has ever done it has taken a back bump. For that exact reason. Because you can't front bump way the fuck over there without hurting something. You have to land on something. You have to land. And he opted to land on his...
Didn't Shane do...
front bump? Never.
No, not a front bump, but didn't he do coast to coast?
Yes, he did. I just said Shane McMahon.
Oh.
He adopted it. Yeah, it was actually one of his main finishes for a while.
Yeah, when I think coast to coast, that's who I think
Well, coast
first.
to coast is his name for it.
Oh.
That's why most WWE fans, when they see that, they refer to it as coast to coast. I think Michael on the show said it was coast to coast.
Yeah.
But it is the Van Terminator. That's where the idea originated from, one side of the ring to the other.
But I don't think of him when I
No,
think
you
of
don't. And because he only really did it in ECW. He only did it maybe 2 or 3 times in WWE. He saved them for like ladder matches and shit. Because you can't... To him, in his head, the draw to the move was the chair. Because it's a crazy sound when you do it with the chair. Because if you time it just right and you bring the chair in the front and then you throw your feet, you have to let go of the chair. Because once you extend your feet, you can't. Your arms are not long enough. So you have to trust that he's going from one side of the ring to the other. That you got to trust that when you get over here and you let go, that chair will remain near your feet, or the move looks crazy. So a metal chair has like a folded inside. He has to kind of put his feet kind of like cuffing it so it stays. And the key to the sound is the person who's receiving it at the last second puts a palm right in the middle of the chair, so it sounds like a loud, like that. It's phenomenal. The chair is difficult to do, though, for other people. So Shane just started doing, he put the trash can, remember, on the bottom rope.
Yeah.
That actually helped him, too, because the trash can extends out. He doesn't have to travel as far. All he really needs to do for the sound is to hit the front of the garbage can. The garbage can does the rest. Soon as if you're the one taking the move, as soon as you hear a sound, a bump or the trash can, all you gotta do is just nod back. That's it. As soon as you hear it crack, you throw your head back.
But he does a front bump, which completely screws himself.
Yeah. So Seth decided, I'm gonna innovate. Seth goes, I'm gonna change the coast to coast game. And he did a front bump. He torpedoed himself.
He hurt himself immediately.
And
we noticed
himself
it
immediately. You caught it before I did.
I feel
he was
like
favoring that arm immediately.
I feel like the match didn't last long after that. Even though it was a 29-minute match.
Yeah, it was later. It was deep into the match.
It was deep into the match. I feel like maybe 5 minutes later, the match was over.
Yeah.
Because he just kept letting the arm dangle at that point. And he was using his other arm.
I'm concerned about the injury because it didn't dislocate. There's a difference in the shoulder, the appearance of the shoulder. as someone who's had a dislocation, and as you who've seen a dislocation, there is a very visible change in the area.
It looked like it was a muscle thing.
Yeah, it looked more like a muscle thing than an actual bone or a fracture or something.
What are people saying online? Rotator?
No, so far it's all speculation. They haven't actually said what it is. But there are many things that are on the list.
But clearly they took him off.
Rotator could be there.
The group.
See, but here's the thing, too. When he did his entrance on Raw, he didn't show any visible signs of an injury. The attack was to write him off because he has one.
No. When he got in that ring and they attacked him, he was holding the belt with the good arm and he was letting the other arm just dangle. When he held the mic, it was with the good arm and he continued to let the other arm dangle. So he wasn't doing shit with that arm.
So that sounds to me like it's a muscle tear. That's what it could be. Or a joint issue. It's not a break. It's not a fracture.
But it's time off. And it's too bad that he won this match just to get time off.
I don't foresee it being a lot of time off. Fortunately for him, and we were just talking about this in the car, all the injuries that he's had recently, none of them to the area that got affected. So this is new territory as far as injury. So I don't know if he's going to be gone all that long. But we were talking about it. I think this is a good time to bring it up. Maybe it's about time to have that conversation because these injuries are piling up. He's already got every time they mention it, they go, oh, his back is on like a hair trigger. It could go at any minute.
He's going to be the one to retire in 2020.
Yeah, he's got the bad knees.
He's got a year left in him. Yeah, a year left.
And now he's got what we think is a shoulder injury because I don't think it's an arm one. He would have reacted differently if it was an arm one. The dangle indicates to me that it was a shoulder. Because when you have a shoulder injury, you want to lift your arm to take pressure off of the shoulder. But he can't wrestle with his arm.
Yeah, but the next day on Raw, he wasn't going to wear a sling, so he had to keep his arm down.
Right, fair. But I'm talking about in match, right? If you're in match and you damage your shoulder.
No, he was bending it.
But he was keeping it close. That's why that's why I'm saying that I think it's a shoulder thing. Because although he kept it close, he was still technically trying to work the match. He didn't have the opportunity to sit here and like brace with the other arm. Mm-hmm. But he was trying to keep it close to the chest and all that other stuff. And, I don't think it's going to be too much time. But at the same time, these injuries are really starting to pile up. They're really starting to pile up. So I don't know. It might be time to start having that conversation. But listen, there's a timetable.
2027. He needs to retire.
And he's the one. I've heard him many a time. He said, you never know when your bum card's going to come up. Well, it happens to everybody, dude. It happens that there's no shame in your bum card getting called out. I mean, that's just...
But honestly, I don't think he's going to retire till Becky also says she wants some time off.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I think they're going to go together.
And they probably will. You're probably right. But I don't think that's fair to either one of them. I'll put it like this, right? We're a husband and wife, right? Mm-hmm. We have to make decisions like that all the time. Where it's like, let's say he is badly hurt, but he doesn't want to retire until Becky does. So what position does that put Becky in? Because she knows that you're hurting. You live in the same house. You sleep in the same bed. She hears it. She sees it. And you're just refusing. I'm not going to go till you go. So what does that mean? I should go. You're telling me that I should retire now. Because if I don't retire now, my husband's just going to keep killing himself on TV. So what does that do for me now? Like, what kind of position are you putting Becky in now? And then let's say the roles were reversed, right? She had the maternity deal where she had the baby, she had the kid. She took a year off. She needs to retire too. Well, hold on. But for a different reason. Mm-hmm. Right? That's where I'm headed with this, right? She had the maternity deal, and you made a good point, and I've heard it online 1,000 times. She hasn't been the same since. Every moment she's had since the baby has felt 100% forced. It hasn't felt nearly as organic as the man was before that maternity break. It's just something different about her as a performer and about everything. Mm-hmm. She has her fans. She has her not so passionate fans. But she also hasn't had many injuries. She's not old. She could do this a while. The problem is that there isn't a long line of people who really want to see her continue to do this. So what if now it's the other way? Well, I'm not going to retire. This is Becky I'm saying now. I'm not going to retire until Seth does. And now this continues to chip away at the legacy. What does that do for Seth? I'm pushing it so I can continue to do what I'm doing, but you're forcing yourself to continue to do what you're doing. So what does that do for me? Because now they're together on screen. So that blandness or that inability to connect for Becky, and that starts rubbing off on Seth, we got a real big problem now. So this is why for years we didn't tie them together.
I know.
So that in case something happened to one,
once you tie the wife to the husband,
that's forever, because the crowd is never gonna forget that.
Shit's gonna hit the fan.
We all knew, but it was never in our face.
When Bella came with Cena,
yes.
When Daniel Bryan with Brie, like that's it. Everything goes downhill
Miz
after that. Yeah, Miz and Maurice, like everything goes downhill.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the container.
Yeah.
Once you tell the audience in kayfabe, we're married, that never goes away. Even if you storyline, when Triple H and Stephanie did the storyline about them being a couple, they weren't really a couple at the time. Well, at the start of it. By the course of it, they became an actual couple. But even in the kayfabe world, we didn't know for sure, right? We all had, come on, let's be honest, right? But it was never told to us. As the years went on and we find out they had a wedding, they're really married, they couldn't hide it anymore. And since she was an authority figure on camera, they just went with it on TV. Just, no, we're actually married. Every day after that, they could not be in the same bubble together after that, Triple H and Stephanie. It was already bad to begin with people online. Well, he only got the opportunities because he's married to the boss's daughter and the whole shebang. And then they just steered right into it. Now nobody gives a shit. But at the time, it was a big hot topic situation. So Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, 29 minutes, for about 30 minutes. They had a heck of a match. It was an all right thing until the injury. And you can tell there was panic in the ring. You're like, we got to make this work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And they did. Thoughts on Seth Rollins, despite the injury, pulling it out and getting the win? Right? That's what people really wanted to know, if he could. Mm-hmm. So the thought on that, he finally gets the win, and now that's it. It's like when Cody Rhodes won at the Hell in a Cell. He got the win, and then he was gone.
He was gone.
So here we go. Seth gets the win, and now he's gone. Oh, the South Park, and now he's gone.
And now he's gone.
Just like that. So